Static X kicked their whole tour down the road 1 full year. So Static X is playing House of Blues in March. It's another Big Hair Wednesday show out at MGM Northfield Park with Warrant, Winger, and Firehouse. You get Big Hair Wednesday, as the name implies. Every week, noon to 1 with Stansbury. It's all that great 80s glam hairband stuff for an hour. And we're doing a handful of those shows. So Warrant, Winger, and Firehouse. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
And the Trinity of Terror tour that has inexplicably 4 bands on it. Nevertheless, who cares? You'll like to see them. Out at Nautica in September. So that's all next week on the show. Guardians will play tonight. 7:10 is the first pitch against the New York Yankees, who are a monster of a team right now. But any given Friday, like they say. So 7:10 tonight, and then they'll play them again tomorrow. They'll play them Sunday afternoon, and then the Guardians will hit the road and play Detroit for the 4th of July on Monday.
Going to the game tonight. I hope the weather holds out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to rain until like late tonight.
Yeah,
I think.
it was like earlier in the day they predicted thunderstorms in the afternoon, but it looks like it's going to be later, so.
Right.
There might be a little delay around 7, but I think we're going to be okay.
Okay. You got a whole crew going or what?
No, someone just had a club ticket, and they're like, you want to go? I'm like, absolutely. So I'm going to go.
Yeah, to see him play the Yankees?
Yeah.
Why not?
And club seats? Come on.
You know what's better than club seats?
Nothing.
Club sandwich?
Not one thing. There's nothing at all.
Come to see Mary Santora, Claire.
Well, now you're going to have to make the case for whether or not that's better than club seats at the Guardians game.
It's better because...
And go.
It's better because laughter. How much laughter are you getting at a Guardians game? Honestly, be
Depending
truthful.
on who they're playing, I get a lot.
Be truthful. How much laughter are you going to get out of us playing the best team in the country right now?
Probably a lot.
You think?
Yes. Because it's
Okay.
I'm gonna have the this is gonna be going through my head
Yeah, right.
when I watch them play the Yankees.
That's what I mean.
Right.
So you're going to have lots
That's
of
funny.
laughter. You're going to have someone who looks like Poundcake but isn't. Big plus.
Well, here's the thing. You also have to keep in mind that I don't like it, but everybody calls me Captain Fun. Mm-hmm. So I'm always laughing wherever I am. So you need to really strike that from the record. I'm laughing, and subsequently, everyone around me laughing.
They're always talking about Alan. They're like, man, he's so jovial.
Oh, just all the giggles, that guy, you know? I would
That's
say
true.
number one thing that's better, Mary Santora.
I can't argue with that.
Right?
Yes. But that is the fundamental difference between the two. Otherwise, you've got to make a case beyond that.
Maybe as a fish detective or a lake digger, but as an entertainer.
What great entertainer.
Lake digger!
As good as I am at the other two, imagine how fantastic I am at stand-up. Right.
I don't have to imagine. I've seen it for myself.
You have?
Yeah, for many, many years. Okay, well, then there you go. If there's one thing better in Cleveland tonight, it is to see noted stand-up comedian / fish detective / lake digger Mary Lynn Santora ply her trade at Hilarities 4th Street. 2 shows tonight?
One show
One
tonight.
show tonight, 7 o'clock?
Yep.
2 shows tomorrow, 7 and 9:30?
Yes. Late show Saturday, statistically, my favorite show of the weekend. So come on out to that one if you're picking and choosing. Usually that's my favorite show.
And why is that? People are a
Because of
little
the
looser.
statistics.
People.
No, I just feel like it's a Saturday.
She runs her Moneyball analytics, and then
Nobody had to work that day, so people are like a little bit more relaxed. They don't have to work the next day.
7 o'clock show on Friday. People are kind of coming from work.
Right, they're tired. Friday late shows, everyone's always drunk. Saturday
Tired
late
and ready
show,
to laugh.
people have already had dinner. They're maybe 1 or 2 drinks in. They're ready to have some fun, but not too drunk yet. Mm-hmm. It's usually my favorite show of the weekend.
Okay. Well, for those of you keeping score at home and want to know when Mary's favorite show of the weekend is, it would be Saturday, 9:30. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you listen to us on iHeartRadio and you do it from out of state, I always like to know where people are so I can put you on our map. I gave Nick and Cora a pin. They're in the middle of nowhere. They're at Golden Valley, Arizona. Catherine listens in Tampa. Kyle is a brand new listener in Gladwin, Michigan. You know where Gladwin is?
No.
It's like the middle of the mitten. Once a year, just right around this time, every summer, my wife's whole extended family will all go up to Higgins Lake in Roscommon Township and have a high old time. That's a little ways away from Gladwin. So Kyle is listening in Gladwin, Michigan. Greg is up in Temagami, Ontario. Of course, you can listen on the app anywhere throughout North America. And Joe listens in San Jose, California. Hey, Scott. Scotty!
Hey,
hello, how are you?
Good. So I just have a kind of a funny for you. So you're talking about interstate flights. About 2 years ago, I had to take a flight from Cleveland down to Cincinnati for a work trip. And ironically enough, there's no direct flight from Cleveland to Cincinnati. I had to go to Washington, D.C., and then fly back to Cincinnati.
You can't fly from Cleveland to Cincinnati?
There were no direct flights.
Really?
And my work said, they said, hey, if you want, you can drive and we'll pay you the mileage. I'm like, it's on the works ticket. I'll just do it. I'll take the flight. Well, coming back, I had to go again to Washington, and I had a 3.5-hour layover. Oh and you can drive to Cincinnati in 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
The layover was longer than the drive.
Right. Oh, man. But you got a story out of it.
It was a story.
It was a story, right. Okay, thank you, Scott. Yeah, somebody in Colorado texted me that they were on a full 727 one time from Denver to Colorado Springs. 12 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
You're probably like flying at an altitude of 400 feet.
Right.
A full plane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like you're barely up in the air. We're going to begin our descent into Colorado Springs.
What a waste. What a waste of time.
Well, 12 minutes is, I don't know how long it would take you to drive, but I mean, 12 minutes is 12 minutes.
You don't even get no snacks on a plane. Like, you don't even get, like, settled in good. Like, I want to see the people sitting around like, all right, I got my blanket, I got my headphones. Like, they don't even offer you Wi-Fi or anything. There's still probably a line for the bathroom because people don't know how to contain themselves. It's just a 12-minute flight.
They don't know how to contain themselves.
What a joke.
Well, you should have gone before you got on the plane, sir.
The flight from Charlotte, North Carolina to Cleveland was just like, and we will be approaching Cleveland in 45 minutes. I said, 45 minutes? I don't know why I thought it would take longer, but I was just mad that I went through that entire process. Like the whole check-in process and going through TSA took longer than the actual flight.
Yep.
And I'm like, damn.
Same thing with going to Chicago or New York City. That's a super short flight.
I've never flown to either one of those.
That's why I don't mind driving.
It's not that
If
big
it's a
a deal.
drivable thing, you know, like if I'm going to go to D.C., I'm going to D.C. this fall. I'll drive.
5 hours
they
is
have-
my max for driving.
Oh, is it really? See,
Anything over 5 hours, I'm flying.
I spent the last 18 years driving back and forth from wherever I was to Michigan to see my kids. That it's
Yeah.
like Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Chicago. The Chicago was the shortest leg of that whole lifetime. But yeah, anything 6, 7, 8, that's all doable to me.
Do they?
I will, but I don't prefer it. That's I just did that for years. So
My thing is, do I need a car there? So if I'm going to be there for an extended period of time, like I'd rather drive and have my car there.
Than have to
But if I'm going to like New York City, having a car there is a
Worthless.
huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's
so I'd
true.
rather fly to New York City than drive there.
Do they have flights from Cleveland to Pittsburgh?
probably.
Yeah, I think so.
I would love to have that. That's like a tenured pilot. He's like, I'm getting ready to retire. They just make it easy on me.
That's why once in a while, like the guy was talking about Denver to Colorado Springs, 12 minutes on a plane. It's about 90 minutes if you drive. But if you don't mind adding an hour, take the train. Hey. Especially in Colorado where it's beautiful
Yeah,
everywhere,
that's
right?
true.
Take the train. Kick back. Get a drink.
There was, when my boyfriend and I went to the Grand Canyon, there was a little city. I want to say it's like an hour outside. It's an hour
Grand
train.
Canyonville.
Yeah, Grand Canyonville-ish. It's like an hour outside of the national park, but their big selling point is that they have a lot cheaper hotels than inside the park itself,
Yep.
and you take a train ride. So it's like included in your stay is this train ride, but it's an hour on a train. And we were really thinking about it, and then after the first day where we hiked for like 7 straight hours, I was like, I could not even imagine sitting on a train all disgusting for an hour before we can even get back to our hotel to take a shower or anything. No way.
I could do that.
Really?
Yeah, sit on a train.
But it's through the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
You're in the
but then-
desert. You
but
can't,
when
there's
you-
nothing to look at.
Well, but then you get off and you're going to take a shower.
Or you could walk back to your hotel inside the park.
It's a nice thing to anticipate.
Sure.
Hey, we're going to ride. Let me give you some money here. It's $1,000. Second to last chance to win today and this week, for that matter. So listen closely. It's your chance to go fuel yourself. I hope you win. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fuel yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword money at WMMS.com. That's money. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Dunkin' Donuts had an embarrassing week because somebody wasn't paying attention to what they were doing at the marketing corporate level. This is why the details are everything. If you're not paying attention to the details, no matter how seemingly small, it can bite you in the ass. That's why they say the devil's in the details. So Dunkin' Donuts was celebrating 30 years at a location in Rhode Island, and they were going to offer a year's worth of free coffee to the first people who showed up. But the sign said limited to white Cranston, Rhode Island residents.
What?
And people obviously took umbrage at this. Dunkin' Donuts said it was unfortunate and it was just an embarrassing mistake because somebody wasn't paying attention. They had just done the same promotion in White Plains, New York. But whoever just cut and paste, deleted the plains, left the word white, and put Cranston, Rhode Island in its place. And so the sign said that free coffee limited to white Cranston, Rhode Island residents.
Whoops.
Why you got to pay attention?
It's an embarrassing mistake. Dunkin', as a company, obviously is very excited for this opening, for the people of Cranston, all the people of Cranston.
It's too racially diverse in there. That's not how things roll.
We come here every day. I would believe that would be definitely an error.
What's the clip we've played over the years of the town that loses their Dunkin' Donuts?
Oh,
remember that?
it's like Pennsylvania.
Was it in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I think it was in Pennsylvania.
And they're like, we're going to miss our Dunkin'. It's where we like to hang out.
Yeah, like eastern Pennsylvania.
Residents devastated after Dunkin' Donuts closed by fire. Right. It's about 4 or 5 years ago we've played this.
And Shamokin is closed following an arson.
Shamokin.
Where's that at?
It was Shamokin. This is central PA.
Okay.
Middle of nowhere PA.
Weekend, police say a teenager is responsible for all that damage. News Watch 16's Nikki Kries joins us live from the Central Pennsylvania newsroom with more tonight. Nikki?
Julie, a lot of people in Shamokin are upset that Dunkin' Donuts is closed because they didn't have anywhere else to go.
She says donuts.
Donuts?
That's the Pennsylvania thing. Donuts.
For coffee and donuts. Today we also learned new information about the teenage girl police charged with setting the place on fire. Yellow tape surrounds the Dunkin' Donuts on West Sunbury Street in Shamokin. The popular donut shop is closed until further notice because of extensive fire damage.
There's a lot of people that's definitely going to miss it, no doubt about it.
A teenager is charged with starting a fire inside the restaurant on Saturday night. Shamokin police officer Ray Psycho says no one was hurt, but the...
I forgot about Ray Psycho. CYCO. Police Chief Ray Psycho said it's all going to be fine.
Place has extensive damage. Psycho says the fire was started inside the women's bathroom. The toilet paper dispenser was lit on fire, and within about a minute, the entire place was filled up with smoke.
The mother did explain that she's recently been put on new medication, but as far as for what reason, we're unsure right now.
The 13-year-old who admitted to setting the fire is currently at a juvenile detention center. Many people who live in Shamokin are upset that Dunkin' Donuts is closed.
Now I have to rely on myself to go to maybe a Turkey Hill or something where I don't like their donuts. I rather the donuts at Dunkin' Donuts. And I
can't unhear donut.
I love it.
I didn't hear donut until you
pointed it out.
Donut.
Kind of dealing with it, but I really miss Dunkin' Donuts.
I go there every day. I get a chicken bacon croissant, or I get some coffee, Powerade if I'm dehydrated. I sit there all the time. If I have any legal work that I need to do, I go there.
Legal? I like how you describe legal work. I'm always in trouble, so that's where I meet my lawyer.
That's a good place to
Dunkin'
do legal
Donuts.
work.
My attorney's there.
I'm gonna miss that place if it don't open up. Yeah, a lot of my friends go in there, get the cold coffee. Well, iced coffee, I guess it's called.
People miss their local hangout and hope Dunkin' Donuts reopens soon here in Shamokin.
Cheap, classy place to meet up. It's a location where you can meet up with your friends. It's the only thing this town has.
It's cheap and it's classy.
That's all you need.
There's Nikki Kries with that story on Dunkin' Donuts. And she remains a reporter there at WNEP in Central PA. Shamokin. Oh, boy, that's
Detective
great.
Psycho.
Psycho,
get in here.
Yeah, he's running, sheriff is an elected position. He's running for sheriff at some point. He's got signs in people's yards. Elect Psycho.
It's just him with his arms folded and it says American Psycho.
Yeah, you'd be crazy not to vote for Psycho.
Re-elect Psycho. Yeah, Shamokin is smack dab in the middle of the b-hole of Pennsylvania. But now again, that was 6 years ago. I certainly hope that didn't take them too long to rebuild the Dunkin' Donuts. Hey, Slick. Is it Slick?
Yep.
Are you calling me from the Dunkin' Donuts?
No.
No, okay.
No,
Doing some legal work with your attorney? What's up, Slick?
Hey, I used to fly when I was in the military out of Seattle.
Oh,
And
good for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know. It was awesome. Into Portland.
Yeah.
And it was, you never got your seatbelt off. You went up. It was a 13-minute flight, and you came down, No smoking and nothing. You wouldn't offer to drink, a turkey sandwich.
Sure.
Nada.
You were at a naval base in Seattle?
Bremerton.
Yeah. Okay, Bremerton, yeah.
Right, about an hour, and then we had to ride the ferry across and blah, blah, blah. But
sure.
It was $13. You couldn't beat it. Military discount. So I'd go home. I lived in Portland. So I'd go home every other weekend, when I was off. But Amtrak, same way. $9.
$9. Right.
$9 was my military discount. And you go right up to the seaboard. Oh, it was awesome. Hour and a half, go through Tacoma, blah, blah, blah.
Was Slick a name that you got in the military?
No, it's just one I created about 35 years ago.
Created it?
They asked me what my name was for a pizza, and instead of saying Kaluta Pluck, I said Slick.
You're pretty smart. He is a smart guy.
Yeah, he's pretty slick.
Hey, it worked for Sting. Sting once said, "Stop calling me Gordon, start calling me Sting," and everybody did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I've been going with that ever since. But
Gotcha. All right,
your airplane flight stuff, the only other flight from Seattle to Portland that was shorter was D.B. Cooper's.
Yeah, of course. And who knows?
But he made $2 off it anyway.
Now, that guy was slick.
Okay,
yeah. Thank you, Slick. I appreciate the call. There's Slick. Was living in Seattle and Portland and and whatever. Let me take a break. If you want to text me for something, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. You want to watch live, you can get it there. And wherever you are,